It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world. And you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Holly Demott, and I'm joining you from my home in Scottsdale, Arizona. I am in the desert in the United States, and I love getting on and talking all across the globe about proactive wellness. So a little bit about myself is that I've always been into anti-aging. I've always been into feeling and looking younger. Even in my 30s, I was thinking about it, looking at it, going, okay, there has to be a way to always be young. Like I really, really, really thought that. And so with having this natural curiosity for products, it has led me here. And I have hit the jackpot with this company, with Proactive Wellness, with looking and feeling 10 years younger. I grew up on a farm in Southwest Iowa, so the middle of the United States, in rural Iowa. I often tell people I graduated with 42 people. I'm from a town of 1,600 people, so a really small town. I knew that I wanted to go into business. I always knew that. I went to university, I went to college, and I have my marketing and accounting degrees and went straight into corporate America. So that's what, I thought, like, this is my life, corporate America. And, I had a really great run there. I was with the same company, second largest bank in the world. It begins with an H. I was with them for 8 years and I moved around. And that's what I did to work up the ladder. And, I learned so much there. I love the people. I love my job. But I also realized there were so many things that I wasn't happy with in it. And I love when there's conflict in what I want and don't want, because that helps me get clear on what I want. And so what I didn't like, and some of you may relate to this, the work week. There is no such thing as a 40-hour work week. There's not. It's more like 60, 70. And there's even at night, going to bed, I had, both my work phone, my other phone, everything going. Lack of vacation days. There's never enough vacation days. Let's just say that. And always not getting the raises, the incremental raises, the small single digit raises. We were happy about some of those. And I'm like, wow. So when I was introduced to this industry, really by accident, by a third grade school teacher, I took a look at it and I thought, there's a business like this. Like, it's entrepreneurship made easy. And I took a look at it in 2008. I joined it and I thought, wow, it intrigued me. In 2009, I was in the mortgage and banking sector in the United States, and it took a big hit. And I was one out of 8,000 people laid off in a day. And I ended up going all in into this space. And I am so happy that I did and never looked back. It wasn't always an easy road. I always share that, and we learned so much about ourselves. And my road led me here. And I could not be happier to be at three. It was a big decision for me. I walked away from a very significant income to be here. And, I'll tell you right now, it starts with products. Starts with products. It starts with heart. It's the compensation plan. I'm going to talk about the opportunity. I'm going to talk about the full picture with you all. When I was laid off, I ended up building my business in Minneapolis. And then I decided I want to be in the sun. That's part of the freedom of what we could do is choose where we live, choose where we are, choose where we want to work the business. And I chose Scottsdale, Arizona. So here I am, and I'm joining you right here from my house. So I'm going to go ahead right now, and I want to share some slides. I want you guys to follow along with me. I want to share these with you so you can, really see what it is that we're so excited about. So this is three: love yourself, love your family, love your community. And those are so true. And you look at love yourself first. You think about being on an airplane. What do they tell you? They're like, first you put the oxygen on yourself. Why? So then you can care for people around you. And that's why that's first, because you loving yourself first and being true to your purpose, true to what you want, true to feeling good. That's where it starts. So three is an international company. That's the headquarters in the upper left corner in Lehi, Utah. And it's a gorgeous building that they're in. And I've toured it. I love being in there. I love the community of the people, everyone there. So the foundation is based on a collaborative effort. So it was a group of experienced international business builders, including myself, that came together to start three, to really have this movement that is about freedom. This movement is about productive health. This movement that's about helping humanity. This movement is about being better, being better, wanting to be better. So it launched in May 2023. There's additional offices in Hong Kong and Indonesia. And soon in July, it'll be Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and Taipei, Taiwan, that we will have offices. So we're going to have a big grand opening event for both of those. I cannot wait to be there. The global leadership is a diverse community of proven leaders. When I say diverse, it's diverse with different backgrounds, companies, different professions, different GED or PhD, education levels. The diversity is one thing that I love about this industry. I love it because I've seen a lot of success in this industry. And I'm very blessed that I am a big piece of that success and helping others as well. And the diversity is that it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't. So look at that picture there. That's our ribbon cutting of the company. And that's the global leadership that all stepped up. This is the management team. On the left's Daniel Piku. He's a founder and CEO. And Daniel is the reason we have such a big heart in the company, that he leads a tight ship. We're a debt-free company, and he partners with the best. That's one thing about Daniel. I know he loves having the best. He didn't always grow up with the best. And so now he's like, he's worthy of the best. Sometimes you're the opposite of how you grow up, and he wanted better for himself, and he brings on the best. So Dr. Dan Gubler, Chief Science Officer in the middle, he's our formulator. He's our Chief Science Officer. He's Caltech trained. He is a genius when it comes to formulations, when it comes to organic chemistry, when it comes to like plant botanicals, medicinal molecules, you name all that, that is him. So Dr. Dan Gubler is someone that Daniel Piku was absolutely set on. This, he will be a part of our team because he is the best. And then Troy Moore, the COO. So I always joke, I'm like, I would not want his job. Chief Operations Officer, logistics all over the 15 countries that we're in, and really working behind the scenes so much that often we don't see what he does, but then everything works so seamlessly, and there he is. So we love our management team. And the opportunity is a cross-border social e-commerce. There's a picture of a phone right there. We all have these phones. And I could do my business right here from this phone. I could run a multi-million-dollar business from this phone. And the platform is already set up for me. The platform is everything that Dr. Dan Gubler has set up for the products, and then Troy Moore, and then Daniel PQ, and then all of our customer support. Like they've set up the logistics, the platform that I can go on here, start people on here. I could go on here and help them manage their businesses, help coach them. So this is a beautiful industry where we can work cross-border. Look at phase one. I always say, look at all those countries. That's a clue. Like that's only phase one. So you're like, wait a minute, where's phase two? Where's phase three? Like coming, right? And so it's neat that we launched all of those countries on day one, the opportunity and all of the same products on the same day. So our target market, I love this question. Many people ask us this question, and my answer is people who want more. That's what it is. People who want more health, people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they want more vitality. They want to sleep better. They want better gut health. They want to feel younger. They want to lay their head on their pillow at night and have not have worries of health, or not have monies of debt, not have monies of being in over their head, not have monies of living paycheck to paycheck. They feel hope, and they, with the opportunity piece of it. And so that's our target market. So people who want a business opportunity to work in their own time and space. Yes. People who want to have better health and wellness. Yes. If we learn anything right now, what's going on in our world is that the supplementational market, the nutraceutical market, is one of the fastest growing markets worldwide. Why? Because people are spending money on supplements. They're spending money on nutraceuticals. They're spending money on what they could do to feel better now and have preventative health. And then we have people who want to be connected with a community and global collaboration for elevation and support, to feel lifted up, to feel purpose. So the target market it hits so many different categories. And the approach to wellness is pretty simple. You look at the old paradigm, reactive wellness. If you don't feel good, you go to the doctor. You don't feel good, you go to the doctor. You get a prescription. You just keep repeating that. And then the old paradigm is you are what you eat. And then it's your DNA is your blueprint. Oh, whatever my DNA is, I'm going to have it too. Well, let's look at the new paradigm. Let's open your mind up to thinking a new way. So, proactive wellness. How about taking care of yourself so you're not heading into the doctor? You're not having to. And it's more you are what you absorb. So it's more what you absorb rather than what you eat. It's what your cells absorb. And then the curation of phytonutrients. So our body recognizes whole foods and plants. So imagine taking supplements, phytonutrients, consuming those whole plants. How would that fit in here to help with your DNA, to help with that? It's pretty remarkable. We have an epigenetic study that shows that. So the future of proactive wellness is epigenetics, phytonutrition, absorption, lifestyle, environment, all to determine your health and longevity. This is our scientific advisory board. What an amazing group of doctors here. They all are unpaid, except for Dr. Dan Gubler, Chief Science Officer. They donate their time. They want to be a part of this movement. They want to be a part of the innovation with the epigenetic study, the bioavailability study, the superoxide study. They want to be a part of the solution. They want to be a part of helping people with proactive. So all different backgrounds, from John Hopkins background to the Mayo Clinic to an ER doc out of New York City. I mean, we have Southern California here. We have Indonesia. We have Japan. We have an epigenetist here, MD, PhD. So amazing people that are on this board. So the science and technology, what really sets this a company apart, the exploration. Dr. Dan loves to explore. He loves to find out why the plants are growing in the coldest and most extreme conditions. What's making them plant? What makes perennials come back and come back and come back, even after it looks like they're not? And he loves going to the desert. He loves finding the extreme heat with plants and what makes them go. Because if it's something so powerful in a phytonutrient, how could he incorporate that in? So he's done exactly that. So the curation piece is probably my favorite. And the next one. So I have two favorites. And the curation has to do with putting all of these amazing medicinal molecules, antioxidants, things we're taking already, but putting them into 6 simple nutritionals, only 6 products. So the days of having, we call it a supplement graveyard, because who has a drawer full of supplements okay, fine, a cabinet full, a pantry full. Yes, we've been there. And do you use all of them? Most likely not. You're like, I don't know if it worked. I took it for a while. I'm not sure. Those days are over. The curation piece here, where he's put such powerful ingredients in 6 products that, and I'm going to go over those, that has made it so simple where people want to reorder every single month because they work. And then the cellular absorption is the third, and there's a study we show with it showing you are absorbing what you're taking. How about that? You're spending money on something you're actually absorbing. Like that's how it's supposed to be, and it's whole food nutritionals. So the science and technology with this, it's all in the PDR. So the PDR is one of the most recognized authoritative publications used by medical professionals. And it's in a book or it's online. And it's called the Physician's Desk Reference or the Prescriber's Digital Reference. So it's mainly for pharmaceuticals. And now there's over 22 nutraceutical companies in there. And nutraceutical companies have to be accepted. It's not a pay to play. They have to be accepted. They have to be unique. They have to be innovated. And so when Dr. Dan submits ours, he's always like, okay, here's the submission. He knows ours are different. We have 7 products approved in the PDR. The only other nutraceutical company, only amount that any other have are 2 max. We have 7. So that's a clue. That's a clue of the quality and the integrity of the upstanding products that we have. So there's 3 different studies. You're welcome to look at these. I feel like they're fascinating. I love referring these to people. I'm like, take a look, even if you're not, overly sciencey, take a look because these show you the difference. Absorption study, epigenetic study, superoxide study. Absorption shows you, and I'll mention these when I talk about the products. So here's the 6 simple ones. We have the Vitalite. This is your multivitamin. Multivitamin does not do it justice. This is everything. This is your gut health, your prebiotic, your probiotic, your postbiotic, your enzymes. Think of more chemical responses happening in the body because of the enzymes, your fermented greens, your trace minerals, which you need to help even higher absorption, but you need that for more nutrition to be absorbed within the cell. And this has your omega in it. This is loaded. So I like to get to the results. You take 1 packet a day. It helps boost your GLP-1. We show it in our epigenetic study. This one helps with gut health. So I hear a lot of, oh, I'm not as bloated. I'm more regular. We have people that are not regular. Are not. We hear it a lot. I think there's a statistic of 60% of Americans do not have healthy bowel movements. And so with this is where people feel like elimination is much better. We hear that. We hear people feel like this turns on their brain. So like I take this in the morning because I feel like I'm just on more. And is there caffeine in it? No caffeine. People ask us that. People feel more energy from it. They have more hair. They feel like their hair grows faster. Well, when you're filling in the gaps with nutrition, that's what happens. You start noticing, wow, these things are back. They're back. Okay, then the Revive is our anti-inflammatory. So most of you have heard of turmeric. So curcumin's in here, derived from turmeric, anti-inflammatory. It also has black cumin oil, which is a powerful and anti-inflammatory. Frankincense is in there, which is the boswellia. So this one's loaded to help calm down the inflammatory response. So you think about little fires in the body, whether you feel that discomfort or not going on in your body, you want to put those fires out because those little inflammation is the root cause of all disease. So taking 2 every single day is absolutely a fantastic idea, fantastic suggestion, 2 every single day. And then we have the immune, which is all about being an immune modulator. So really helping to calm down any over immune responses, possibly from autoimmune diseases, could be from allergies and such, calming them down, or bringing up your immune system so you're sick less often. So it has 18 ingredients in it. You're probably taking a lot of them. If you're into this, vitamin A, C, D, E, your quercetin, it has your nano silver. It has, which I love, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. So loaded mushroom blends. The Purify is a detoxer, natural detoxer for your 5 major organs. Your skin. Many people forget like, oh, our skin is our largest organ. We have to help detox it. Also with your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, your colon. So this one is awesome, very gentle. You just take 1 a day, very gentle, and it has a binder, so it pulls things out. You have to have a binder. Eternal, this is probably one of my favorites for sure. This has in it resveratrol. It has in it glutathione. Glutathione is one of my by far favorite ingredients. It's a master antioxidant. It helps to repair damaged cells. That's important. That's anti-aging. That's health. It helps your liver. When you think glutathione and liver, I always say people, the whites of their eyes are, I notice if they're taking this, they just look healthier. So this is a master antioxidant blend, anti-aging. The next ones are collagen, and our collagen is, we do collagen cycling. It's a marine-based collagen. It's very clean, extremely clean. And that's one of the reasons I never tried any other collagen, because I didn't trust really the sourcing or manufacturing of wherever it's coming from. This one's I mean, extremely clean. So we only take it for 10 days on, 20 days off, because we're super boosting our collagen levels up in that first 10 days. And then our body's able to kick in what we should be producing collagen no matter what age we are. And so the ellagic acid in there helps to do that. It has your hyaluronic acid in there, it has your biotin, your keratin, it has vitamin C. So this is our simple six. Can you take all six? Yes, we recommend all six. People ask me, and I'm like, it's simple. You don't have to, weed through all your other ones. This is the simple right here. Then Dr. Dan topped it all off and came out with his neurocosmetic. So neurocosmetic may be a new term that you haven't heard. And it has to do with, yes, you get all the aesthetic benefits on your face, but you also get it with your brain, your neurologically. And so when anything we put on our skin absorbs anything and everything. And so with this line, super clean, with the serum and the creme caviar, when you absorb it, it hits your nerve endings, shoots messages up for your mind to have, more longer neurites. That's a good thing. And then what people are really feeling from it is definitely enhanced mood. They're feeling better sleep. They're noticing that they're more patient. So neurologically, with the chemical balance going on, this here is phenomenal. So we have studies at the bottom that show a stimulation of DHEA levels, increased dopamine release. So dopamine, you want serotonin, dopamine, that's your happy chemicals. Increased neurite length right there on the left, and the increase in positive emotions in stressed people. So we love it. I love the aesthetics of it also. Brighter skin, tighter skin, less fine lines. I mean, it's a dream. It's a dream for me. I'm a skin girl. So I love the cream caviar. It's a caviar from northern Japan. I can't do sea caviar. So I love this land one for the hydration and the moisture and just the radiant glow that it gives me as far as anti-aging. So that's our neurocosmetic. And we do have a turnkey business. So that's important. You want a turnkey, you want something you don't have to recreate the wheel, you plug and play. And especially with the group of entrepreneurs that put everything together in the company, like we have it all here. You immediately get a replicated website. It's e-commerce ready. You are a part of the first group of people to promote and share these amazing wellness guardians globally. Like you're hearing about this early. Like we're only 2 years old, and that's a dream. Like if you've never been in this industry or entrepreneurship, when you're hearing about this when we're so young, like that is a dream. You should absolutely thank the person that invited you and say, okay, I'm really happy about the timing of this company. Tell me more. So marketing and meeting is all set up. The training system, the global community, everything's set up for you. We have a really robust financial rewards plan. So I love compensation plans. Even way back when I was in mortgages, like I would look at compensation plans. And I love that we can keep going higher with the numbers. That's why I like compensation plans. And so with this compensation plan, there's you can go as high as you want. And with the retail commissions, we do retail, we do introductory bonuses, which is a one-time bonus that we get. We get commission overrides for team commission. The max on that one is 27,000 a week. We have referral matching bonuses, which pays for really working within your team. It's everything in this rewards plan I have found rewards the right behaviors, and that's important. And then a global bonus pool. So we can dig in more, ask the person who invited you, say, hey, I want to know more about that. Because this here is unique. This got my attention. And it's when you have the products we have and the rewards plan we have, it's a grand slam. Grand slam. So they love trips. I love trips, and I love trips when they're free. I love going on trips when I don't even have to pay for anything. So this is the last trip that we had, Vietnam or Cabo, and people got to choose which one that they go to. And then we have one going on right now for France and Monaco, the 6-star retreat. I will be on this one. I am excited, and they take you on these and they really spoil you. And so it's so nice. So how do you participate? Two options. You either are a retail customer or you are a business builder. Either one. The business builder, what that simply is you're paying $30 and you're getting wholesale costs. And that's the two options to participate. So the $30 right there is a brand ambassador. You choose a package. So let's go right to left. So let's go the Pro Collection first. This is $2,800. Fantastic savings with how it is packaged. You're getting multiple months of the product. So that number three Eternal you get in this one order. You get 3 months of collagen. You get 5 months of Vitality. You get 3 + 2 free. So there's many months in here, and this pack keeps you active for a total of 12 4-week periods. So many people do this because they're like, I want one order, it keeps me active on the business level, and I want the savings, and I have a family, and I want the products for my family. Then the business builder one, the 1360. So you can see it's 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 1 month. That one keeps you active for 4 4-week periods. And then we have the premium pack, which is one of every single product. And many people come in and want to try one of every single product. And that's $700 for that one. And you're active for 4 weeks. And then the Visage collection and the Intro collection. So both of those are either you want one of each, or you want the skincare only, or you want the supplements only. There are also options if you're like, I'd love to try more of the supplements, more for my family, more for me. I want 9 months of Vitality, not 5. If that's you, then you can order a Pro Collection supplement only. And I always suggest add on 1 month of the Visage collection and try that yourself. Try it. So we love these. We love our options. Okay, so I have amazing guests to come on with me right now, and they're going to come on, and you're going to hear testimonials. You're going to hear live testimonials because you've heard mine, you heard me talk, and so I'm going to invite all of my guests to pop on their cameras right now, and we can have them share with all of you, which are all over the world. And yes, goodness, everybody's on. This is amazing. So I'm going to start first with Dr. Deanne. Dr. Deanne is joining us. She's a busy mom. She's currently, her daughter's in track, or is it track? And she is
Track. Yeah.
yes, she has joined us to share her testimony. And so Dr. Deanne, I'll have you go ahead and take it over and share.
Hi, I'm Deanne, and I am from Wisconsin and kind of a country girl as well. I did my medical school at University of Wisconsin-Madison, and then I spent 3 years doing a family practice general residency at Methodist Indianapolis IU, and finished that, and then did another year of sports medicine at Michigan State University. So I'm kind of a Midwesterner. And the products were introduced to me by a friend of mine. And I thought, well, I'll take a look. I'm busy. I don't have a lot of time to go to the grocery store and shop the bust organic foods. I don't have time to grow my own foods. And I kind of am losing faith in some of the products that we have in the market. Like, how good is our soil? How good is the nutrients in the soil? So when I was introduced to this product, I thought, well, this looks like something that could eliminate me stressing out about eating healthy, and then also provide good nutrition for my family. So like you said, number one was me and my family trying to make us feel better. And so after that, then I started thinking about, well, my patients, they come to me, I'm sports medicine, I don't do surgery, so I'm seeing a lot of like chronic pain syndromes. And a lot of people are looking for something more than like anti-inflammatories or like different pain modulators like gabapentin or muscle relaxers. They want something that's more natural. And the collagen is an excellent product. I've had really good luck with it for myself. I have had some chronic tendon pain on the side of my hip after 2 hip surgeries, and currently don't have any pain in the tendon anymore. So I attribute that to the collagen, the Revive, and then the Eternal. So those are my favorites. And I'm hoping to, over time, be able to introduce this stuff to the patients of mine. It's kind of been a long process. I have been actually taking the medication or the supplements for a year on my own. And so I've gotten to have faith in the products. The epigenetic studies have kind of drawn me to the products, and I feel like I want to share that with everyone else.
Very good. And I know you do share. You share as much as you can. And I was just at her house just last week, sharing with a group of people, and Dr. Deanne's inspiring a lot of people to take a look. And so your story, it helps people. And I'm happy you're open and the results you have and making time for it. And you'll be in Salt Lake
Yes.
City with us in a week.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll
So
be fun. Yes.
it'll be great to learn more. So thank you, Dr. Deanne, for making time to join us. I appreciate you
Thank
sharing
you.
the world of three.
Thank you for all you do for us.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay, our next guest is Joanne Burda, and Joanna is joining us from the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania area. And Joanna, thank you for saying yes and being on here to share tonight.
Thank you, Holly, for giving me this opportunity to share what I truly love about three. And hello, and welcome to everybody that are joining us on this call tonight from wherever you are in the world. My name is Joanne Burda, and yes, I'm joining you and connecting from beautiful Pennsylvania. But although it's lately very, very, very rainy here. So my background is in a business and accounting. I run a small accounting practice. I enjoy working with and connecting with my clients and always providing the best service to meet their needs. And I would say I'm in general very curious, open-minded, business-oriented person that always looking for opportunities to grow on a personal and professional levels. And oh boy, the three came to my life just in the right time. I remember like yesterday on a late Saturday afternoon, a rainy, miserable day, joining a networking event where I met Laura, who introduced me to three and those amazing products. I also met Dr. Darren, one and only a local chiropractor and his wonderful office staff. And we connected instantly. And I clearly remember being very impressed by what I saw. The products were beautifully put together with thoughtful design, with elegant label, and mindfully compounded ingredients that gave them a truly that premium feel. And I was always looking for more natural approaches when it comes to support my health and well-being of my family. So I immediately felt like those were the right products for me to try. And just in a short time, I felt a difference from increased energy to a strong immune system to overall like well-being. And this has been especially important for me since I have been traveling recently with my daughter, who is on national volleyball traveling team. So we have been flying across the United States, attending the biggest tournaments in a huge convention centers where we were surrounded by thousands and thousands of people, staying in a hotels, constantly adjusting to environments and the diets. And that's where those supplements came handy. And putting them as a part of our daily routine just made a difference how we feel. We've just been staying healthy where everybody around were suffering, especially during the winter time. So, and of course the skin products, when you can see the glow on your face and when your skin is looking younger and your mood is shifting as well. And then comes community. You surrounded by minded people who just lift you up. You feel the energy, you feel the passion, and you're part of being, you share this sense of purpose, and it's not only about the product, It's really about being a part of something greater, greater that just truly makes a difference. And then last but not the least, we have a business opportunity, which is backed by compensation plan like no other, with incredible, innovative approach. You offer all the tools that you need to succeed, no matter what background you're coming from and no matter what skills you having. With the support, the training, and the leadership behind you, you can really build a business that is as big as you can dream and even beyond. And that's what truly, in my heart, makes this platform different. And of course, the product speaks for itself. Thank you
Awesome.
for having me today.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of that and the community, the purpose, the business, the products, all of that. Thank you.
You're
Oh, I
welcome.
know with your being a mom and your background with accounting, everything how you fit this in. And so congrats to you for seeing
Great.
that. Wow.
Thank you. It is a gift given, so I
Yes.
am very grateful.
I'll see you in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Okay, so our final guest, we have Renee joining us, also from the beautiful state of Pennsylvania. Renee, hello and welcome.
Hi there. I'm going to give you a little personal background. So first of all, Joanna introduced me to Three, which was kind of interesting. I said, after I looked at it, I said, what took you so long? This is so awesome. No, we joke about that all the time. But anyway, I'm a former stay-at-home mom. I homeschooled my children most of their entire school years, right through graduation, and then two went to college. So yes, they're all adults, and I have had like a lot of different jobs through the years. That being the most important one, and the health and family values. I think if you meet me, you see that right away. That's really, really important to me. I taught fitness classes, yoga, kickboxing. I have some college credits in personal training. I am a very creative person who loves artwork, oil painting. I made my own cosmetics. In fact, just a couple weeks ago, well, not weeks ago, months ago, right before I got started in Three, I had made my own concoction. Again, I was the mad chemist in the kitchen. But I did that because obviously there's so many chemicals and such in the cosmetics that we have to buy. So this has been a lifelong journey for me. So I find it really interesting that it's brought me to Three. But let me backtrack just a little bit. So I also had a successful wine business. I'm proud of my wine back here. And I am currently an interior exterior painter, which, as you might guess, is pretty hard work. I take on some of the hardest jobs because, yeah, it does pay well, but my body is starting to say, no more of that. It has been saying that actually for a really long time. So I'm very grateful that Three is in my life right now. As soon as Joanna introduced it to me, I knew it was going to help some of my issues. I've never seen a products as clean as Three. I'm very knowledgeable in ingredients, self-taught. Used to do things like making my own yogurt, my own butter, everything from scratch, down to the cosmetics, perfume, and you name it. I've dabbled in it all. So I've studied my ingredients, and I was convinced very fast that Three products are, oh, sorry, there's my doggy who's not supposed to come in here right now. So I was convinced very fast that the quality of ingredients in Three products was, top notch. I'd never seen anything like it. And then to learn about the absorption and the different things that they do, the micronization and so on and so forth. I was sold. I dove right in. I bought the second to largest package, which I'm going to finish buying the rest of that and upgrade. Let me see, the health journey. So I knew that, unfortunately, I had a lot of autoimmune issues starting from 11th grade. I started out with mono, which is an Epstein's-Barr virus type of thing. So I've struggled with that from the beginning. And then 1 year out of the blue, I had a frozen leg. I couldn't walk. I struggled for quite some time. Turned out I had Lyme disease, and that went unchecked. 10 years went by and I was infected again, which was only 5 years ago. Unfortunately, the two Lyme disease infections carried all 16 strains at the time. There may be more now. So that was very debilitating. And the last one from 5 years ago was really, really debilitating my own business that I built up in the painting. So I then recently, 2 years ago, had the seropositive RA, which is a pretty severe form of RA. So needless to say, there's a lot of inflammation and a lot of pain. And my current job is definitely not fitting me anymore. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I started taking the 3 products right away. And 5 months later, 4 to 5 months later, here I am. And I am definitely feeling significant changes. I would say someone like me might take a little harder, a little longer to really feel, it's not like I'm going to feel brand new tomorrow, but I feel humongous changes. And I will be on this for the rest of my life.
Mm.
To say what products are my favorite, boy, I couldn't even tell you that. I go back and forth all the time. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. So sometimes it's the collagen, sometimes it's probably the Purify. That just seems to, I like the Revive, of course, all of them. I can't say. But my, let's see, I used to run, okay? I used to do 5 to 8 miles 3 times a week. That stopped the last 5 years. That stopped. I'm starting to run 1 mile to 2 again. Has to be 3. There's nothing else in my life that has changed but 3. So those products have helped me get back into, a physical fitness situation. So one other thought on the collagen and the Eternal. So due to the autoimmune issues, I could never grow my hair long. I often had large, spots missing of eyelashes. So I met my husband. I really didn't have much hair. I had to put the fake hair in because I'm like, yeah, I can't meet this guy with, hair like this. So, but this is 3 hair. This all came from,
Wow.
Yeah. It always stopped at my shoulders. So in 5 months, that's in 5, and I just had 2 inches cut off. So
wow.
I'm beyond impressed. Yeah, that is like, I can't live without, collagen and Eternal. Those 2 are just blow me away. And I have my own eyelashes back. So anyway, that's the most of my story. I did, go through a good bit in the last few years, lost several people, including my mother, very sadly, not even 2 years ago. So those things have really been a huge shift. I've seen people suffer in my life, from ALS to RA to my mom and so on and so forth. So I've always been very passionate about the health and wellness of others. That is probably my top priority. And secondly, my own issues and needing to go into a new business and find a new pathway. And it just all kind of seems to be lining up. Strangely, it's just kind of all right there for me. And I mean, that's the,
Wow.
yeah.
Yes, that's so much. And, beauty inside out, like you mentioned, your hair, people and skin, and so much of beauty inside out is real. And I know we feel it with the products, we see it with the products, and congrats on all of your success. And I will tell you, every single month gets better.
That's good to know.
I've been on the products over 2 years, and it's like, I can pull a picture up I'm 48. I can pull a picture up when I'm 40. I look younger now than I did at 40.
Absolutely.
And that's 2 years on the products. That's 2 years of flooding my body with these phytonutrients, healing molecules, everything, this is all my hair, say like your hair.
I may say for just the 5 months that I've been on, my skin and hair and everything to me is like better than it looked 10 years ago because of my issues. Like it's bridging a gap. I'm going over, getting to the top of something, and I can feel that in every aspect of my life. And the three family and all of you are amazing. I feel, just absolutely alive when I'm with everybody. And I want to be able to build the business so that I can, I forgot to mention, I have a grandchild coming, probably tonight, if not Friday. And no, it's not my first. A lot of people ask me that. It is going to be my fourth. And then I have one coming with my daughter in September, which will be my fifth. So that's not a reason to want to build an empire of wellness and healthy and beauty, and be able to have the time to spend with this family. I'm in the right place.
Beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing. Well, thank you both. Thank you all for sharing. This has been an awesome, awesome time that we just spent together, and congrats on your success. And thank you everyone who listened, and get back to the person who reached out to you, who has shared this with you, and let them know what you like best. Let them know what you like best. They can talk through the different options with you and help you to get on the right path. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.